Welcome back. There we go. Okay. So we're supposed to build a blueprint analyzer. How do you like our base? It's pre-built. It's a bit pre-built. We got our trade terminal. Come on, you can do it. We even have Gek inhabitants of our base. See inhabitants, Toil Gek. Nice. Horns? What do you know? Directions to a place of interest. To a trading post. Really? You don't say. You really did? Did you just give us directions to the trading post we're at? Because that would be awesome. Oh, they gave us directions to a whole nother trading post. I look forward to having we haven't even been to the space station since starting this playthrough a few hours ago. And that's okay. I'd really like to go up to the space station with nanites. We don't have much in the way of nanites. Certainly haven't found many of the species on this planet. 4, I thought we'd found 3. Flying, the fish, and 1 land-based. Just likes bright colors. 6 more, though. Haven't seen them at all. I like this world. I'm not going to upload this stuff because we might eventually. I might want to rename it. Be thinking about it. But, this other planet. I see. That was the starting world. 100,000 units away. Okay. Yep. That's... Now that we have a ship, we already lucked out and we're able to get a decent starter ship. Let's use some blueprints. Let's get some actual blueprints until we can get that round prefab room so we can start the base quest ASAP. You got it. May as well run around and grab some more. Curious deposits. Those curious deposits I need an advanced mining laser for. That's great that this planet has curious deposits, ancient data sources, but the nav data and drop pod data. Drop pod data. We can farm drop pod data on this planet. So I'm excited about this planet. But there's no... There we go. There's almost always a blueprint inside of another blueprint. They're like my favorite waypoints to explore worlds with. You don't even need to put a door on it. The NPCs can go in wood rooms, 2 walls high, need to fit their station. Okay. Don't even need to put a door on it. Fine. I guess, but I mean, why wouldn't we put a door on it? Also, we could just put... Why not do prefab rooms and stick them in prefab rooms? I know we can move them. We could just put them in the shack and then move them later. Is this another crater you might have seen, Chronic? I don't know if you're there, but it's pretty far. Sorry, I'm drinking a cream soda and getting the hiccups here. Pretty far from the base. Where is the base? 300. It's about twice as far, this crater. Neat being able to see another planet from the planet's surface. Something we don't get on Earth.
Well, what do we have here? You must be
Metagamer.
a new arrival.
I don't know if I said that right, but welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. You also do not have to take the NPC that's suggested in the mission line if you don't like the cut of his jib. Ah, and like you were saying, you were thinking of restarting just because of your NPCs. I guess you're stuck once you do take one back to your base. There's no swapping them out for someone else. I know the Gek likes to make a point of it. I had a Gek, maybe they're always a Gek. My base overseer was a Gek, and he was talking about, oh, you don't like me? Well, you know, if you replace me, it'll just be another me. He was actually saying something about that. He was a testy fellow. You know, can we just clean out all the local tech modules? We got enough. Let's go build the blueprint computer back at the base and get the updates that it wants. We need to grab some ferrite. Turn it into purer than mag. Away. No advanced mining laser yet. Any station with the required species will have a guy you can recruit, so only talk to ones you like the look of. So when we're looking for an overseer, say it's a Gek system, we see a Gek labeled overseer such and such. We don't even want to talk to him if we don't like how he looks. Is that what you're saying? I think that's what you're saying. Don't even start the conversation. If we're far enough away. If we're far enough away, it won't come to us. It'll just wonder what's happening. Yeah, we're far enough away. No thanks. Why would you K-Bro kill an animal? No. Eventually, we may have to. What's your deal? Hey, bro, kill an animal? This planet has surprisingly few animals running around. We've only found 4 species, 2 in the air, 1 in the water, and only 1 running around with legs. Guess we could put the blueprint analyzer up on the platform. Ron Buki, Yuan guys all wearing white. You can't put them in the same room though, right? Won't the NPC terminals have to be in separate structures, but you want a uniform look for them anyways? You'll only talk to Geks wearing white clothing. Huh. Yeah, why not though? I mean, if you're gonna have the base for a long time, why not get into it? Because of where I stuck the base computer, I don't even know if I want the blueprint computer up here. But, yeah, we can move it later. Von Buch, you know you can put them in one long, big corridor if it's wood. Because of what you were saying with, can you explain that? Can you adopt an animal? You can feed them. Then they poop a mineral. But you can't adopt them. They poop copyright. Sure, we can stick the blueprint analyzer over here. Okay. What do we need? Carbon nanotubes, and I gotta make that mag ferrite. What is... You want burgers of your making them? What was it supposed to be? The guys are bunnies? They're kind of... only some of them have those ears. They're not bunnies. Okay, that one looks kind of bunny. Why do they look bunny-like here? They're not bunnies, though. See, that's not a bunny.
Coming in. Patching it through.
Hey, Drigtel. Thank you for the host. How many carbon nanotubes did it need? Good thing we don't have to go anywhere to get carbon. We can break trees from up here. They're like, yeah, they're kind of lizards. Cute little lizard species. Nice thing about elevation and the range on the mining beam is you really can mine from a distance. Eddie Gamer, thank you for the host. Thank you. Good one, welcome back. We got food. We need a lot more carbon, so may as well use it while we're collecting. Most basic base, 2 wood high wall, 6 floor panels long. The opposite wall only needs 1 wall high. So in a cross section, it looks like an L, and then it'll let you line up, line up terminals. Why does that break? Since you're supposed to require different rooms, why does that work? Do you think? This tree is not invincible. I'm just not doing... Is it the distance that I'm doing so little damage to it? Doesn't really matter. We're still getting carbon. See how I'm hitting that one for 12. Am I not able to do as much from this distance even though it works from this distance? Got condensed. All right, we're gonna let's grab a little more here since I just recharged the beam with all the carbon I just picked up. That was brilliant. Maybe because each floor panel is regarded as a room. Don't know why it would be, but who knows? Yeah, I don't know either. Thanks for taking a guess. This is the Invincit tree. It would have busted if we were up close to it, I'm sure, right? Okay. Let's process the pure ferrite into mag ferrite. We didn't really need much for the blueprint analyzer. We need just 20 and carbon nanotubes. 1 carbon nanotube. Analysis unit online. Awaiting input. Suggestion: user should recover buried technology from Digisites. Equip and utilize an analysis visor. What we really want to get to is the prefab rooms. They don't show up right away, huh? What do you think's the fastest way to get the prefab rooms to show up? Definitely gonna want a teleport module. Save point could kind of wait. How many did I just pick up? I know we had 30 earlier, but I sold all of those so we could get a ship. Home station, message module, wood framed glass panel, wooden ramp, arch, window,
Item received.
doorway.
Item received.
Well, why didn't this turn red? Doesn't this usually turn red when you don't have sufficient? It should turn red. Hey, there it is, cylindrical room. All we need is 3 modules. We're going for 3 modules. Cylindrical room incoming. Sweet. All right, we just need a direction. Even if I don't see one from here, we're gonna pick it.
Incoming storm.
Storms are brief. We'll wait. We'll wait. Why don't we take? Now that our base is marked, we can come back here. Why don't we take a new ship for a spin? This does the pads. I wonder if they animate. They remind me of. No, they don't. That would be cool if they came under. Check out the other trade outpost. The Matrix, the hovercraft in the Matrix. They remind me of the kind of electromagnetic pads. Well, she's not the prettiest ship, but we got a ring planet in the sky from this world. Whoa, I like these little craters in the water. It would be slick if they did like that in the Matrix. Once we find some antimatter, or when we do, soon enough we'll be able to make antimatter. And then we can start using drop pod coordinate data. And this planet has spawns of data, ancient data, which means we're going to be able to farm drop pod data and get our inventory up a little more quickly. Unknown building. Yeah, that really just looks like a building. Clearly a building. Yeah, Daisy, how do you like that? We spent the early part of the game, I was collecting all those blueprints so we could maybe buy a ship, a good starter ship, and we found this thing and only had 18K more than what it cost in trade for our actual starter ship to buy it. And it was,
Message for you, Commander. Just came
what
in
were
over
the
a secure
odds?
channel.
Oh! Steel Goodwin gifting a sub to Sketcher Daisy. It is so kind. Too kind. Ah, Goodwin, thank you. That was most kind.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over
Gifted
a
a
secure
sub to
channel.
Von Buki too! Oh, that is spiffy. Freaking spiffy. Steel, that was awesome. That was most awesome of you. Cheers to you all. Wait, only 3? There's no only about it. Cheers, you guys. Mucho gracias. You feel terrible now? What the heck? Hey, no comment. No comment. You are not bad, and you should not feel bad. How's that? Minor settlement discovered. So that's the other thing I was contemplating. In terms of a base was a minor settlement. And we were saying, do we want a trade post or a science post or what? Hey, finally! Look, more life! There's life!
Units received.
Teroi Facilium. Come back here, Toi Facilium. The Teroi Facilium. Let me get my flashlight out. Ah, alright. You're funny looking. You come back here, I'll feed you. You eat what I've got. Come back here, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Chasing them will not help, they will just run away faster. Come back here. Well, they're very shy. What we need is more buried tech. We need at least 3 for the round room. And the round room is gonna take a stack of, was it pure ferrite? The rock cairns, they gotta be ferrite. Hey, they will be your friend, just like me. You mean they're gonna raid the base? There's 3. Well, we could head back with that and make our round room. Unless there's any more buried tech nearby, we should do that. How about with the ship? With the ship! Yeah, I guess we'll bring the ship. There's some buried tech. Daisy, Ruffle barbecue chips. Are those your favorite or just up there for you? I don't even have a favorite brand, but salt and vinegar, kettle cooked. That's what I'd go for. I'm gonna grab all this sodium, unless the Sentinel wants to get in the way. We'll break it down into sodium nitrate, because the next planet we're on is not going to be so forgiving in atmosphere. We are so lucky to have found this planet already. A planet like this already. Also, what a stash of sodium. How often do you find 500 sodium sitting in one little patch? I've never seen so much. 600 and counting. That's insane. That's a lot of sodium. Yeah, I got enough salt to make potato chips. It's not really funny, but it's fitting, right? All that sodium is... What am I gonna do with it? I don't need that much sodium nitrate. I don't have a backpack big enough to hold it. It's more the reality. I'd be fine with stashing it for later if we could hold it. You're a ferrite sitting right there. We don't have an advanced laser. Okay, 2 more. Let's head back. Far did we fly? Not very far. Base is closer than the ship, huh? Over to... Back to base. You think about where positioning here. Where's the hill and oh, there's the little mesa. Okay. See which side we're on.
Technology recharge.
We need mods for the jetpack. Process salvage tech with the blueprint analyzer. Haven't we already? Ventricle room.
Item received.
Yes. Corridors. Foundations. I don't think we're gonna need a foundation, but... So why isn't it crossing out the ones we don't have enough modules for? I only have 2. Not enough. Thought it... I don't know why it's not showing them in red. I could have sworn it would show them in red before.
Item received.
Base archives updated. New signal added. Accessing log from previous user. Additional archives. 4925F follows. Scanner detected unusual. Repeating 16. Space station. Warning, archives interrupted. Emergency broadcast detected. The traveler finds their wings. They fly towards us as they must. You will find us when the time is right. The base computer interrupted its own archive retrieval program to relay an emergency message. The broadcast sounds like no distress call I've ever heard. Perhaps the message is right. Perhaps it's time to fly, to return to space and seek answers to this mystery. Emergency broadcast code 161616. Investigate the emergency signal. Hopefully we won't screw anything up by triggering the base computer quest line right now. So where are we gonna drop the first prefab? I guess we could completely obliterate this shack, and I could just put a circular prefab in the middle to start with. Why not? I didn't put anything in this shack yet, right? We don't need the shack anymore. I'm gonna drop the shack and just put a prefab here. Could have just built a cube in the first place. Although, we were saying we could just line up some terminals here too. But we couldn't, unless I reposition it, I couldn't get more than 2 wood squares side by side and maybe 3. Anyways, I'm gonna put a prefab here, and if we want to make a wood rack of specialists nearby, we definitely can. Like, let's say we put a prefab here, and then we end up building a wall, like that wood wall back here. Something practical. Put out a spread, and then we end up having all the NPC terminals just lined up. That's us. But for now, and we probably need to process stuff for the prefab. Pure ferrite, 350. And, so we need about 300 ferrite dust to process what we need about. And while we can get a lot of carbon from a distance here, we're gonna have to go somewhere, to move in some direction to get ferrite. Daisy, not gonna lie, we duped the shit out of some technology to make money fast. So I accidentally, in the storage containers in our other save, I saw a couple stacks of things get duped, and I don't know how it happened. Is there a known dupe? Is that what's going on? I saw a stack of ammo get duped, and I saw a stack of some... I don't know how it happened, so I would have been interested to know how it happened. No hacking? What do you mean? I don't even know what you mean. Like no save editors? Yeah, I imagine there's just... and stuff happens in game. I remember when Dying Light maybe still has some incredible dupe exploits. There's a dupe with 2 refiners. Huh. That's news to me. DJ, hey, how'd it work out? Said you were trying, and you started with damn. I mean, no dice? Can't push more than 4.8. Yes, yeah, well, you are always chasing those. You're always chasing the numbers. Notice how the Sentinel's watching but doesn't know where this is coming from and is not bothering us because we're so far away. That's why I like mining things from a distance sometimes.
No free slots in suit inventory.
I am putting down a refiner, but I'm going to refine things. Refiner, put any item in it, but a second refiner down has to be touched. Huh. Huh. Weird. You would think they would patch out something. That sounds like something they'd patch out. Or could very easily if they chose.
Technology recharge.
Push the RAM to 2 gigahertz. And it didn't flake out. There must be a number of similar things with storage type containers. Anything that can hold an item. My guess would be there's more than one circumstance where that kind of thing would happen. Because I know I saw something happen that wasn't with a refiner. Which one of the numbered storage containers. But I also don't know the circumstances that caused it. Tech is a good one. Tech is good money. Tech is good money. So the prefab, let's see a couple things here. First of all, definitely can only fit one in this space. And in terms of which side, is the door going to be facing us? Wherever I place it, is the door going to be facing us? So, if I want the door for now with this just single building kind of aligned with the spaceport above us, trade post. Hey, why's it getting picky all of a sudden? Isn't it green in a bunch of spots? Getting picky. Thought flash green there again. I was thinking about having the door for this single unit, which may or may not get attached to a whole bunch of others with walkways or corridors later. I was thinking about putting it facing forward with the trade outpost. It doesn't seem to want to do that. It's green over here. Okay. It really never green when it was in between the legs. Maybe not. It's not flash when I was. Oh, there. See, there. There. That's facing this way. Maybe I just needed to move further away from it. Maybe I was too close. It didn't say player inside structure, but. And if we're gonna make a wall behind it and then put all the NPCs that are out here, try again from this side. Stay further away from it. There we go. Drag it. Whoa! Stubborn. Yeah, like that. That. Where'd you put the door? The door goes away from us? It has no door? It has no door. I can make a door by putting a walkway in front of it, huh? But we don't... Okay. I wonder if I can cheat and put a wood bit of floor. It won't attach. I need something more. I need something like a corridor. Which... Are you kidding me? Or a platform or something. We need something prefab to attach to this prefab, or else I can't get inside it. I really thought it was going to have a door on its own. Okay. Wonder if any more blueprints data has spawned near us. We're gonna have to go on a little trip. Let's head back towards the ship, even though we could call it. Let's head in that direction, find some salvage tech, grab the ship, come back, cash it in for a corridor or something so I can put a door on our prefab. Oh yeah, sorry. Von Buki. Got it. Screenshots of your most basic starting layout. I like how it's nice and spread out. I mean, it's you can fit a lot of stuff in it because it's a long building. So are you saying you'd be able to put terminals like up on the roof alongside the, or you have all yours inside and it's too high? Got one of the links. There we go. I see him. Huh. In a way, that's better than putting them all in separate buildings. Probably a lot more comfortable interacting with them. Grab the refiner before we go running towards the ship. I noticed you didn't post any pics of your base yet. Yeah. Keep an eye out for him. Oh, I wish we had nanites for upgrades. We are due to go check out the space station. Maybe we'll do that when we get to the ship. Take a trip up there. Even if we could build a teleporter down here now, we wouldn't be able to use it. Not for a while. Deep is the water here. See if there's anything else in the water.
Units received.
Hail Tastica, how's it going? Welcome. Going the wrong way. There's the ship. I lost the ship, guys. The ship go? That way. Is this thing scanned? It's not scannable. So I think it would be really cool at some point in this game that we started over today. I will get the portal codes for some of the other planets we went to before, like maybe the ones we renamed. Lamia and Steven and Grace. If I could get us some portal codes for those planets from the other playthrough, we could go to those planets in this playthrough, and they should be there. They should be marked as discovered by and so on. We should try it. I don't know. I don't know. My head's shot. But we restarted the game, and I'm feeling pretty good about that, all things considered. This game has been a perfect distraction until I stumbled with what I stumbled with taking us too far in the main quest line. That's why we're restarting, but now that we're moving again in here, I'm quite pleased with that. Rambler. Rambling man. Could have told you that. Arr-da-der. Go visit the space station and then we'll come back. But we got a base on this world now. We will be back here countless times. We're so broke. So broke after buying this ship. And I'm so glad we did. That minor settlement was on another world. Starting planet. Pick the space station, please. Stubborn pulse engines. Never want to lock in on the right thing. Slow down. They need to cue the metal a little more. I looked up what the decision was going to be after the countdown. I knew what was coming. I was just not prepared to make that choice anytime soon. I want to make that choice. Long way off. God, the Gek are cool looking in this system. Yeah, Wu asked earlier if I was going to finish the other one now that I've restarted this. You know, maybe at some point, maybe that'll be the one to take to another place, and maybe this will be the one. This will be one to keep here. I don't know. You know, we don't even need to talk about that. Whole point about that decision is not that it was spoilery or any of that. It's that I didn't want to face it yet. We were still doing tutorial quests at the same time we were doing end game quests, and just because it's not really an end game, that didn't make it okay. Didn't make it okay to have a countdown telling me that I was going to have to do some shit really soon and make some big choices, and that they would be somewhat permanent for that save game. They would be permanent choices for that save game. Investigate the signal. They tell what signal. Find life forms. Ask about the emergency signal. Manager Tetem. Alien looks at me expectantly. They're clearing waiting. Clearly waiting for something? Do they know about the code I found at the signal repeater? My message. Startled by my message, the life form emits a dramatic squeak. I do not recognize their words. The shake of their head is unmistakable. Hireling. Alien squeals as I approach. They seem excited to see me, though I cannot understand their babbling tongue. A look of surprise crosses the life form's face, and they release a strange smelling gas. Friend, Gek. Alien squeals as I approach. Look of surprise, and they release a strange smelling gas. Yes, when they fart, the conversation is over. We are watching you, traveler friend. Find what we have left you. Borderlands. Oh. Though the alien speaks, the words are not their own. The code is echoed back to me through the red glare, transformed into a set of coordinates. The crimson light fades away, and I see the life form blinking at me expectantly. Whatever has happened, I do not appear to have seen it. I should leave and find whatever's been left for me. Signal acquired. Life signs. Stress beacon. Build a construction terminal. Yeah, once we build a door for the building. That's cute, game. Upgrade the exosuit. Use signal booster to find a drop pod. Yeah, do we have... don't have antimatter for it. We also probably can't afford even the first upgrade over here. I don't even have 100,000 units right now. Maybe we could sell something. Close. What's the starting price? If it's 100K, we'll have to come back for it. It's only 5K. Woohoo! And the cargo slot would be 50. Is tempting, even at 50. Very tempting. Can't afford it though. Exosuit tech, we just don't need that yet. Okay, we'll go for slot 25 here for now. I don't even want to look at what upgrades they have. Although with 150 nanites, you know what? Maybe we could buy. We could buy a scanner mod. It just won't be an S, and then we could buy a better one later. Let's see what he's got. C for 69. He has a B for 160. I could upload a couple things. We could get 160. I mean, it's gonna help us make. We want 3 S-class mods. They're worth spending our very first 160 on. Yeah, probably. And then I want that too, and I want all the things that we had. But Goodwin, you have a good night too, and thank you very much for your kind gifts of subs. Willow, Jay the Nifty, the Amazing, the Spaceman, the Bionic, the Spaceman. Say it again. A new character? Yeah, I restarted. Misbehave. Welcome. Good to see you. Banbuki, the construct terminal does not have to be put inside the metal room, but it's your playthrough, man. Alright, you're right. You did say it doesn't have to be inside the metal room. We just needed the metal room to trigger it. Okay. And in your pictures where you have a roof on your L-shaped wooden structure, does it have to have a roof, or can it just basically be a side wall and a floor? How picky are they? It is. It is. It is. I hope you're doing well today. Misbehave. Scanner module or a movement? Yeah, let's start with. Let's do it. Let's just. I gotta upload something. Can afford that 160 scanner module. What are we uploading? What are we not gonna rename? Item A. I kind of like the names of those things, got. Wheat latte and Nitame. Eupioprium. That was not displaying very well. That one might need to get renamed. Just let me upload a couple of these. There we go, 172. Just want to buy that one mod, get us started. Wait, it's a multi-tool mod. Do we even have one slot for it? I don't know if we have one slot for it. We need a new multi-tool pretty soon. But, yeah, I mean, we need the advanced scanner. We can't do that. We need a bolt caster. We really need a new multi-tool. Is it even worth putting that mod and sticking it in here for now? Or we have a usable tool. We gotta get rid of this tool as soon as possible. It can't do much. Yeah, I'll do it anyways. I really hate seeing those low numbers from scanning things. At least we'll get something. I know. I'm kidding. Just the beginning of a long journey, so I don't mind buying a bad mod with the only nanites that I have. Scanner module B. We'll do it. Rip the band-aid off. Alright, we're out of nanites. We got nothing. That's okay. Install it. It ain't great, but it is. Oh, it's only flora. There's no fauna on there. But still, flora is kind of a big one. We got almost 5,000% flora. We should, what are we gonna get? We're gonna get, I don't know, we'll get more than 10k per plant scan. That's better than getting 500 units. Daisy, don't install it. It's all good. We need a better rifle. And that is not an S-class mod. That's a, is it a B? It was a throwaway. It was a deliberate throwaway mod for our throwaway first tool. It is all good. We got a signal. We've got some stuff on other planets. Supposed to go find a drop pod. And what, because I bought the exosuit upgrade, the drop pod thing disappeared. It's interesting. All good. Von Buki, a floor panel works as a roof. It does need the roof, but a floor panel works as a roof. You just use the floor panel because you don't want it to look like a 70s KFC. 70s KFC. I can't picture one. You have a screenshot of that? All right, well, we can use carbon to lay out the wood if we're going to do something similar to what Von Buki did, and that's probably a good idea for, yeah, let's do that. And then we can build out later when we have mats for it properly and move those terminals if we want, or leave them there. That'll do. Could also go to the distress beacon right now. Are we selling anything? We gotta start dealing with mats, breaking things down, but we don't have anything to sell. That star bulb. Microprocessors. They're really more plentiful than I thought when we started playing. I guess we'll just hang on to that for now. Stash it in the ship. Want to break that sodium down. Real talk, have we renamed anything yet? The base? Just the base? So far? Named everything Chronic, not a Chronic. Upload any discoveries you make so you get those sweet, sweet nanites. Yeah, I'm deliberately holding off on renaming the planet. Even though we renamed our base, I'm not sure if I want to wait for inspiration, you know, to name some things. This was the starting planet, and I did upload the very few things we found there. But even that, it's just our first couple. We're going to be uploading tons of stuff, and since this is our first base, and this is the starting world, this is our starting system, I'm not sure if I want, you know, to wait on that. We need to get a phase beam made. Should have spent some nanites on a phase beam blueprint. Wasn't thinking of that. Hit this photon cannon. It could be a few days before we have a good fighter for this shuttle. We're gonna be flying around in it for a while. Still miss Dodo Rexalope? Well, Chronic, you might have been away. What I was thinking is I will load the other save at some point and get some portal glyphs for some of those worlds. And we can go there in this playthrough. We can reclaim some of those worlds in this playthrough. We just need portal glyphs to do it. What do you think? Does that make sense? It's not like I wanted to lose those worlds. What's the ring planet? Egros Major, an airless planet. That's the third in the system. That was our starting planet. And what would be a good name for this planet? We restarted here. We were reincarnated. Lightly radioactive world. Described as radioactive humidity, relaxed sentinels, abundant flora, numerous fauna. Spawn, since you respawn there. Spawn. Haha, the new Lamia. Hey, Lamia. Look, it's a crashed ship. Well, we're gonna reclaim Lamia, Steven, and Grace at some point. Lamia 2.0. Haha. Are you sure this radioactive world? Lamia 2.0. We could if you'd like. But there will be many new worlds, and we are going to reclaim Lamia 667 and Steven M31, and we are going to reclaim Grace, and we'll do that. I think we can. I don't see any reason why we couldn't. They were uploaded, and they'll have the save, and we'll get the coordinates. It'll just be a little while. Welcome, Lamia. Good to see you. Log damaged, partial records available. Signal has led me to the wreck of a freighter. Colossal fragments of metal scattered across the landscape. Were these messages nothing but the misfiring circuits of a long-forgotten run? They run. Nestled among the debris, I find the pilot's log, blinking, awaiting input. Mode Pripyat 2.0, lightly radioactive. Yeah, unless Lamia wants this planet, Lamia 2.0. Yeah, we can do that. Pripyat would work, wouldn't it? Instead of displaying the ship's log, the terminal spits out a strange sequence of numbers. They're followed by a short message. The anomaly comes for the stars. Take flight. Schematic for a hyperdrive is attached to the end of the message. Dun dun dun. But this hyperdrive blueprint is for a conventional starship, not a freighter of this size. Someone placed this here after the crash, hoping I would find it. Okay. We just got the blueprint, huh? Our ship doesn't have a... Really? Oh wait. I had forgotten. We actually had to craft our first hyperdrive, and then subsequently every ship comes with one. Doesn't every ship come with a hyperdrive? Does that game just like, they don't come with the hyperdrive until you've made one? And then they spawn with hyperdrives? What's going on? That's unexpected. Huh. Let me get alpha build. Drive. Sure enough, we gotta get a bunch of copper. Yuck. And microprocessors, which I guess we could just... We don't have a lot of units, so be able to buy them eventually, but not right now.
Orbital station coordinates received.
Yeah, that's a thing. Huh, well, all right. Construct the hyperdrive, buy microprocessors, and then what is it telling us? My big head's in the way again. Units required, telling us how much we need to buy the microprocessors. That's cool. Open the guide to learn how to make money. Okay. That airless planet may not have a lot of flora on it, and I've already scanned most of what's here. Let's see how much we're getting for flora, though. There's got to be something I can scan here I haven't scanned yet. See what we're getting with our B-class, 1 B-class mod. 12,000. That's way better than 500. Way better than 500. So if we go travel to... We can't really travel to any new worlds until we can warp. So I guess copper. We need a lot of copper. This planet may have some copper, but it grabbed the buried tech while we're here. Start going through that sodium I'm carrying. Could have crunched it into sodium nitrate.
Technology recharge.
It was that one patch. We got 600 sodium out of that one little patch. Told you I couldn't resist scanning. I was trying to resist scanning some of the stuff here, knowing we'd be back with mods and we'd get more credit for it, but... Nanites, if we have the right materials. Sodium and... you want chromatic metal? And I guess we're going to be making a lot of chromatic metals, so... 26 nanites. We're so nanite broke right now, it actually seems like a lot.
Radiation protection. Falling units received.
So the lower tier scanner mods don't even include a boost to fauna. They're cool looking. Not you. Huh. Didn't notice their colorings before. It's random, so even the lower tier ones could have multiple. Could have flora and fauna.
Units received.
Oh, there's the coprite. I don't really want to create a stack of coprite. And there's a drop pod. Oh man, but we don't have any, we can't make antimatter. Bummer. Never gonna find this thing again. You know I'm never gonna find this thing again. We need 5 microprocessors, and sort of buying them, we need to find them. We could find them, and these containers sometimes, yeah, look, these containers have a decent drop rate for microprocessors. You could place a custom marker. The problem is it'll as soon as I tag anything else, the custom marker will be gone. If we had a beacon, can't make a beacon yet, can we? Beacon there if we could have made a beacon. Creature up there. Scan. Go. There was something in red. Something unscanned. Kind of like the other ones, but no shell.
Units received.
That might have been. There weren't that many species on this planet. 4 of 5. If we find one more species on this planet, we can. What did it say the bonus was? It's not going to be huge. 250 nanites, though. Get every bit.
Units received.
And as for money, we'll just start picking up the tech modules again. We don't need a lot of blueprints right now. We don't need to do any serious base building for a while. We've got our base, our spot is claimed. Jump in here. I don't have a bolt caster yet. We don't need ammo.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. No free slots in suit inventory. No free slots in
Alright, we got a stack that's still good. Unidentified mineral, or yeah, not plant.
units received.
Kind of have that feeling that I got to put this in context for it to make any sense. Of starting a new character in like a classic MMO almost, where you know your progress on a new character is nothing, and you have characters with all this progress, but you start a new character with nothing, and you feel compelled to grind that new character. I'm not trying to rush it. I'm not interested in rushing, but I am compelled to get back a lot of my tools and abilities as quickly as possible. And also don't want to rush it. I want to jet around more comfortably, and I want to scan things and get more units for it. And that will come. That will come. Got a holographic transmitter. You always feel compelled to grind. There's another microprocessor. Am I headed on the map? I mean, oh wait,
Units received.
back. Already scan these? Not the mineral. Yeah. Did I already scan those? Yes. Okay. I saw their name. Of course we scanned them.
Units received.
Just throw a number after that, Daisy. You should be good. number up to 1,000. Shotgun.
Radiation protection falling.
Check out the holographic terminal. Loading crystals. Don't we need an advanced laser? Loading crystals? I think we do. You just hit send too soon. Yeah, I figure you know. Salt, uranium. You know, we should be getting some uranium while we're here. Advanced mining laser for chlorine. That's a good way to make some money real fast if you're on a planet with a lot of chlorine. Tend to be huge targets, really easy to shoot rocks. You get big stacks, and chlorine's worth a lot. Ognium. Haven't killed any sentinels yet. The space pants give your character a nice body. I look forward to being able to tweak some of the color. I liked having the white base suit with some red bits. That was... I don't know if I'll do that again, but maybe. I like the helmet with the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea tubes. I didn't make it. I didn't make it. Grab some more buried tech.
Radiation protection falling.
Oh, didn't get a very good launch there either. Crash! There you go. I knew you wouldn't leave us out there. If we want more microprocessors, I should be running to the cargo drops and jettison pods as well. Don't always follow those waypoints, although I will stop to pick them up now whenever I see them nearby. Right now we need microprocessors. I should follow the waypoints. Copper, and we do need copper. Which way is the ship? That way. Let's head to the copper. Booty, 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 booty. Don't I remember that? besides inventory being, at this copyright, we just don't need copyright anytime soon. Rather have an inventory slot. Dihydrogen jelly. 2. We only have 2 microprocessors picked up. There's one in the ship. Maybe. 3. Need at least 2 more. We can just buy them, but we might find them before we get back up to the space station.
Units received.
We could also buy them back at our base, where we have a trade terminal because it's a trade outpost. This is the lamest little tell me this isn't the lamest copper deposit. Unless it's huge under the surface, this is a sad copper deposit. Gonna need that copper though anyways. Start a stack, please. Start a stack. This is the lamest copper deposit ever. I have never seen one so sad as that. Go back to our base world. Should go back to One Good Hill. There's copper near there. The baby deposit. Like baby deposit as in Chinese mustard style poop. This is kind of what it looked like.
Technology recharge. Inventory full.
Oh, that's why I wasn't picking up more oxygen. Ah, we need inventory space. Use that ion battery.
Technology recharge.
2 of them. Ammo weed.
Radiation protection falling.
There's also a lame copper deposit. Copper's just not this planet's thing. Worry about getting copper back at One Good Hill. Let's head towards the ship. That's maybe no point in really trying to find any more copper on the way back if these deposits are so bad. Anything else while we were here? Those microprocessors. Could fly to that ancient ruin when we get back to the ship.
Technology recharge.
You know the milestones you get for doing different things. Warping, walking, etc. One of the frustrating aspects of the situation that led to restarting was the warp countdown that we had, combined with the fact that I'd only warped like 20 something times total. Polo wouldn't even talk to me about for that warp stage of his quest. I mean, we were like warp babies in the other playthrough. Hey, look at that. We just pick up 2 microprocessors or just 1? Then just 1 extra. We got 3 and there's maybe 1 in the ship. 1 in the ship, so we got 4. It's cool if we have to buy 1. Better than buying 5. Also got these. Those are the cargo pods. We could see what. Let's check the cargo pods. If we have the mats to open them up. We might even get some antimatter out of one of them. In fact, I wonder if that isn't a semi-static game mechanic since we were sent here and we got the hyperdrive schematic here. Blueprint. Maybe we're gonna get an antimatter. What's with these cargo pods? Where are you? And there's heavy radiation that comes out of these, and I don't have my special protections anymore, so let's get ready to bail.
Technology recharge.
Can even open this. Damn, ready pugnium. We gotta piss off and kill sentinels if we want to open these cargo pods. Are you kidding me? How I feel about that. Are there even any sentinels nearby? This is a relaxed sentinel planet. Foiled. Foiled. I'm sure we'll get antimatter some other time.
Radiation protection.
We are not getting pugnium unless we go kill some sentinels, so I don't think we're getting those cargo pods open right now. There's only 10. If it's only 10 apiece and they're all 10 pugnium, you don't really need that much pugnium. A bummer. Curious to see if we were going to get antimatter out of one of them. And I was betting on yes. Well. Where are we going to? Go to the space station or back to our base? Go buy another microprocessor. Or we could go check out that ruin. I didn't even look at the stats on the shuttle. I don't think I brought the pull down. Maneuverability is 315. And damage 620. Well, for basically our first ship after the starter ship, it is. That was a good find. We get really lucky, we dig up some nice artifact worth $1 million. I get lucky. Lamia says, oh, I just noticed the extra pots of coffee. Thanks, B. Yeah, you can have my share. I haven't had any coffee or beer in somewhat of a coincidence. It wasn't like I planned those together in a while. Be our first ruin since restarting. Yeah, I know. Daisy, right? Gek word for sales Gek. And fusion. Yeah, cream soda. Heck of a lot of cream soda. Ashes of the Raisu Lei. Oh, is that possible? Tearing up my stomach because I haven't been eating very well. We are the masters of galaxies, the overlords of the cosmos. Each foe will submit with bended knee to the almighty Gek dominion. We are the first spawn, look upon our works and despair. Grab that tech module. Misbehave, you had to back off your intake of coffee. Sorry. You wouldn't have chose that. Little more copper we can grab. Small Fry wants to emote combo. Go, go, go. Let him go. Turn him loose. Hey, unidentified plant.
Units received.
Or was that his with the coffee?
Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
This copper deposit was decent. Not really good, but compared to the others, it was normal. That's always cool when you get a crazy good spawn. Yeah, that is not going to be a lot of chromatic metal, but we'll worry about that later. Headed back to one of the ancient ruin. So where's our ship? Nice. Pyramid head. This make pyramid head out of she made pyramid head out of a Dorito. Well, tell her that's awesome. Way cooler than the other pyramid head.
Radiation protection falling.
3 keys. Kind of weird that they place. Why did they place 5 or 6 keys around when the mechanism is always 3? Never varies, so why not just place 3 keys around? I could kind of understand if it was sort of randomized. How many keys are there and how many keys the chest needs. It's not randomized how many the chest needs. Where's the chest? Alright, big bucks, no whammies.
Technology prepared. Technology prepared.
A mutated cork leaf clipping. Ooh, wish we had room for it. It's only worth 160. 160k. Wave hello, Jay. Hello. Hello. Alright, that was a little slow. Deck. Deck. Stack is full though. Let me ditch the dihydrogen jelly. We're standing near the ship. Good, I can put some of this stuff in the ship. Whew. Put the salvage tech in the ship. Yep, you too. Stack the microprocessors. A mess, I can't really look at it. We have way too much sodium, but it needs to be broken down. Why am I carrying that paraffinium around? Because it's on the planet where our base is, and we were collecting a lot, I think. Yeah, let's extra stack of oxygen. Ferrite dust, pure ferrite. So the paraffinium and the cobalt, what are we doing with that stuff right now? Just get that out of the way. Chromatic metal, we've got to make a lot of chromatic metal. We're gonna need a lot of copper. Nice! With the crazy pug. Is that a pug or like a French bulldog? What is that? Come back with 2 stacks of tech, that'll be another 1.5 million. And since we're not, I have no plans to go ship hunting until we can afford to go ship hunting. And what would that mean? I mean, a small fighter is not that expensive, but until we're sitting on at least 5 or 6 mil, I don't think we're going ship hunting again. Ship shopping. Fun Buki. If we can grab another, maybe there'll be a microprocessor over there. Okay, back to the ship. to here? Oh, the Gravitino balls, yeah. We could grab some Gravitino balls. They're worth about 10k each. We're almost broke enough for it to be worth it. I don't usually...
Radiation protection.
I haven't been grabbing them most of the time. They're kind of... They draw immediate aggro from the Sentinels, although that would let us fight some Sentinels and get some Pugnium and... We'll get there. Hey, Dragoon, what's up? Good to see you. And not much. Not much. We restarted here today. We're playing No Man's Sky, and... Yeah. Happy Thursday. Yeah, happy almost day. Just contemplating pants and outside. Well, I suppose they should be, they do kind of go together. I'm guessing we'll be able to buy microprocessors on the terminal here. Are you going to the wrong trade post?
Technology recharge.
Oh, I hit the space station! Holy shit! Guess that's what it was going for. Thought I was aiming for our base. Alright, we're here. We can use the space station terminal. Sure. Anyways, okay. Security footage. Nah. You have an annual inspection, huh? Oh, I'd feel about an annual inspection. One microprocessor.
Product received.
Any plans to do Final Fantasy 15? It never interested me. You know, I do like Final Fantasy from the very first one, but no, 15 never grabbed me. Not from the earliest concept. Never did. Probably not. Probably not. Sorry about that one. These days, a lot of things are. My head's all a mess, but I can clearly say that I was never interested in 15. We had more stuff to sell. What are we doing? Gotta sell some stuff. Buy some stuff. 15 prototype was, you like the early versions better? On Buki, I guess it's so the owner knows you're not painting the apartment in your own excrement or some such. Yeah, they probably want to know that.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
All that cobalt, I mean, what else am I doing? I'm not doing anything with it yet. We also don't need it yet. Money. Yeah, Dragoon, we're probably not going too much further tonight. That's right. Oh, an S shuttle. Wait, that's ours. I don't think I filled in tomorrow on the schedule yet. Whoops. We are gonna have a stream tomorrow, and it looks like we might start it Not at noon my time, but maybe at 1. I've got to see a couple computer clients in the morning. One of them's going to be a little sad. Newly widowed. But anyways, that stuff aside, we will be back at this tomorrow. Hyperdrive components. That's what we were doing. Hyperdrive. And we're short the chromatic metal. We needed 250 copper to make enough chromatic metal. We came away with 177, and we have a little chromatic metal, and there's copper on our... Let's go back to base. We can get copper down there, make our hyperdrive. Do what the game wants us to do about antimatter. Is that... we get the recipe for antimatter. Maybe it's really soon. Hey, coming in at, oh, look at the landmass that we're on. It's not that big a landmass, actually. Feels pretty big when we're down on the ground. Whole bunch of craters. Now I see some of the craters you were talking about, Chronic, if you're still there. Yeah, you kind of could. Look what they left. Their starter ship's still sitting there, even though we traded it. On Buki, it's from following the main story until you meet Polo, I think. Then you can use the port from the stations to your base as well. Yeah, even if we built the teleporter, we wouldn't be able to use it here yet. Copper! Where's some copper at? That's not very close. Is there any closer copper? Graphinium. Other trade post we haven't been to yet. Alright, I guess we're going to that copper. Yeah, I do get where you're coming from. Although I think from the distance is fairly large between them. Crunch. Back on a planet where we're not being irradiated. And where we still can't find most of the life forms. We've already found 2 in the air, so I don't think we're going to find any more in the air. We might find another in the water. So far, just the one. And on land? Maybe in caves? We haven't been in any caves on this world, have we? 1. We've been in 1 cave. No, that was on the radioactive world at the very start. There's one of those craters. And this crater is almost 300 units away. DJ, never put your finger close to a 5.7K RPM fan. Yeah, that's solid advice. That'll take a fingertip off. Did you take a bite out of your finger? Sin is shunning and the turds are burping. Sun is shining and the weather is sweet. You did 2 days ago? Are you healing? Are you healing well? Are you a fast healer? Hey, look who it is! We got another. Oh, he's got a horn! He's got a unit horn. Yeah, look at that. Nanotaflium. Long distance migration. Eats cuprite. Has a hidden extra tongue. Where is it hidden? How many legs do you have? It has 6 legs! Does it have 6 legs? Oh, that's fantastic. How do you like that thing? DJ, it will take some time. You bled for 5. 5 doesn't sound that long for losing a fingertip, but well, I'm glad you're still with us, man. Look at this thing. That is awesome. That is awesome. Nice horn. Have 6 legs or 5 legs? Wait. Does it have 6 legs or is it somehow just 5? My eyes deceive me. It's 6, right? It's gotta be 6. You need arachnivore? Does it have some arachnoid in it? It's a 6. Oh, the legs, because of the legs. Because of the legs. I at least see where you're going. Definitely the boar-like head. Not the ears, but... As for that extra tongue, it either just farted or blew a raspberry out the back end. Yeah, copper. We were going for copper. Right, nuke a tree there.
Technology recharge.
Birds on this planet seem to make gull-like, seagull-like noises. Neat. Let's get back to base, make some copper, craft that hyperdrive. And in a few minutes, we are going to wrap for today. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Considering how I felt about where we had ended up, I was feeling very stuck and not wanting to be faced with that decision we were going to be faced with. And I feel really good about restarting. I've been all hung up on what we were going to do. Were we going to go forward or roll back or what? And I really wasn't considering restarting until just today, just this morning. It was, what the hell are we going to do? Maybe we'll restart. Didn't take the idea seriously at first, but that's crazy. Why would we go back 125 hours and start over instead of just rolling back 30 hours or something? But the fresh start feels fresh, and the how did we end up here where I don't want to be was that just it wasn't. That's not a good feeling. But I will seek to reclaim some of those worlds from the other. Hey, 2 tech modules next to each other. Yeah. I will reclaim some of those worlds when we can. Use portals here. I'll get us glyph codes and we can try traveling back to them. Then we'll be able to warp to them again anytime after we do that. So if we drop a, space station, we take note of the space station, we get back to the Yokonami system, Goodya Kane, a few of those systems, whichever one Grace was in. I know that Lamia 667 was in Yokonami. We'll get back there. Is that an artifact? Yeah, I'm heading back to base. I think that's an artifact. That's an artifact I already went to. Question about the day-night cycle. Is it extremely varied, as you might expect, with different stellar mechanics on different planets, or is it somehow, I don't know, is it somehow artificially fixed, or do some planets have no daylight, some constant daylight? No, it's simplified. Yeah, I didn't really track it, but I was wondering if it would be. It sort of felt like that, and that kind of makes sense. It would get really complicated if you had realistic mechanics for day-night cycles, because, yeah, you'd have planets where you could just... It would be a long time before you saw any light, if ever. Might be really disappointing to find an otherwise excellent planet, but there's no light. That would burn. Or it wouldn't, as it were. There are cool craters. Gamers don't need light. Or sleep. Right? Hey, back to base. Crunch. You have to start on the low platforms because my jetpack's too wimpy. After dinner, I may end up trying to lay out a framework for dropping those terminals. And I'll probably use your picture as an example. And then later on, we always can put them in other places. When you destroy a terminal, you get your NPC back afterwards, so there's no problem there. Oh, missed! Oh, shit! We need a jetpack mod. Oh boy, we need a jetpack mod. Dude.
Technology recharge.
Okay. And in a desperate search for nanites, I will probably get the warp engine made and go scout a couple systems or unlock ramps. Yes, you are wise. This is much wisdom in that statement. Or unlock ramps. May even have a ramp. Okay, hey. Needed the chromatic metal.
Technology recharge.
We needed 125 chromatic metal, so yeah. Gonna need to make most of a stack here. That's just full stack. Two minutes. We should have our hyperdrive. The mobility impaired travel the universe too, you know. Build them. Rams, for those that do not subscribe to the theory of leg day. Hey, travelers, don't let travelers skip leg day. I still can't believe we found a perfectly priced S-class shuttle, you know, an S-class ship that we could afford, period, right off the bat. We saw an S-class medium fighter, and then we saw an S-class shuttle that was less than, I mean, we only had 18K more than it cost in trade, and it still blows me away that we were that close to not being able to afford it, but we were able to afford it after the loot farming we did earlier, and it was just right. It's a weird looking ship, but it was just right. Here. Similar name to the other shuttle. We briefly had it too, it was the Scrapper. And a ramp that's not a mile long so you don't fall off the landing pads when you exit the craft. Yeah, gotta do things right. Hyperdrive.
Technology
Boom! Craft warp fuel. Find antimatter. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. All systems functional. Seek answers among the stars. Interstellar flight requires warp fuel. Follow the signal and locate a source of antimatter. They really give us a signal for it? Signal where? Yeah, trade outpost. We're at a trade outpost. I see a minor settlement, but that we already had. What did it mark? It said follow the... Maybe when we get up to space it'll appear. Anyways, we're gonna wrap. We're gonna wrap for today. And Dragoon, if you're still there, anyone else who just got here recently, sorry to be rapping, but I wish you all a happy almost day. It is almost Friday. It is almost another weekend, and we will pick this back up tomorrow. Cheers, Bob, Von Buki, DJ Chronic, Daisy, Lamia, if you're still out there. Misbehave. Chatters, lurkers, lovers all. Thank you guys for being awesome. For the great company, for the host love, and the sub support. 3 a.m. Friday already for you. All right, future boy. I'll see you all on the flip side.